Denver's fire engines are preparing to detour around 5 bridges in the city starting later this month. Detouring around them because the bridges aren't safe for heavy vehicles. Our Marshall Zellinger asked Denver's fire chief how much of a detour delay is acceptable when firefighters are rushing to save lives and property.
When firefighters leave Station 26 later this month, they're going to have to remember where they can and, more importantly, cannot drive the trucks. Weight restrictions are being added to 5 bridges in Denver. 3 of them are right near each other in the Central Park area. The big one is Quebec Street from Smith Road to I-70. The other 2 are Smith Road over Quebec and the parallel Sandown Road also over Quebec. Fire Station 39 is in Northfield, and their trucks would not be able to come south on Quebec past I-70. Fire Station 26 is just south of the 3 bridges. Fire trucks will no longer be able to go north toward I-70 or west toward Monaco without detouring.
There's definitely, the possibility that it can add time to that response.
Denver Fire Chief Desmond Fulton told me detouring because of bridge weight restrictions is not much different than detouring because of road work.
If you go down Colfax Avenue to the east with construction, we're not obviously taking that main thoroughfare now, or try to limit the exposure to us taking that.
In central Denver, fire trucks will be too heavy to take 6th Avenue over Lincoln, which goes over Cherry Creek. Calls answered from Fire Station 11 in the Baker neighborhood will have to cross Lincoln farther south. Firefighters are supposed to get out of the garage within 60 seconds and to the scene within 5 minutes. The goal is to meet or beat that 90% of the time. An audit last year found that 90% of the time, Denver Fire is getting to the scene in 6 minutes 11 seconds. What's an acceptable increase in response time because of the weight restrictions on the bridges?
That's a great question, and I don't think any increase is acceptable.
At Mississippi near Santa Fe, fire trucks will have to avoid the bridge over the South Platte River. Depending on where the emergency is, fire trucks coming from any one of 4 stations could be impacted. What happens if there's an emergency on a restricted bridge? What do you do?
Great question. We're not going to avoid that, right? If there's an emergency on that bridge, we're going to go to that bridge, that location, and do whatever is necessary to help that person in need.
I can't take credit for that last question. When I broke the story about the bridge restrictions a week and a half ago, it was a viewer who immediately reached out with that really smart question. Kyle, these bridges will remain off limits to heavy vehicles like fire trucks until they're rebuilt.
Until they're rebuilt. So wait, hold on now. The Broncos billionaire owners, they got the bridges that they wanted in the bond that voters just approved, but we didn't fix any of those bridges in the bond?
6th Avenue over Lincoln, I think, got part of that one as well. The Quebec ones are already spoken for. It's that Mississippi over the Platte and Santa Fe that has no money yet for the rebuild. So that one's going to be there for probably years.
So no timetable if no money at this point?
Correct.
On that one. All right, Marshall Zellinger, thank you.